Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here. Got another Pokemon Pocket deck profile for you. Coming at you with Arcanine EX this time. If you picked up some of these from the recent Fire/Blaine event, you might be wondering what to do with them. Well, Arcanine EX is actually a pretty solid Fire deck. I think Charizard EX is generally considered to be a little bit stronger, but the strength that Arcanine has over Charizard is that it's a much faster, much more aggressive deck. So here I'm going to lead off with Ponyta in the lead, Farfetch'd, and Growlithe in the bench. Our deck list, by the way, is 2 Growlithe, 2 Arcanine EX, 2 Ponyta, 2 Rapidash, 2 Farfetch'd. Then for items, we have 2 Potion, 2 XP, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Sabrina. So pretty standard trainer lineup. And then, yeah, for the Pokemon, we got a couple of 2 evolution lines, or Stage 1 evolution lines, rather. And then the Farfetch'd, which I've also played in the Gengar deck. Farfetch'd is overall just a great aggressive card. And like I said, this is a very aggressive deck. The Rapidash can also hit for 40 damage off of 1 energy, but has 100 HP as opposed to Farfetch'd 60. The Arcanine can hit for 120, takes only 20 damage recoil, and starts off with a base HP of 150, which is not bad at all. Alright, here our opponent is setting up the Charizard with the Moltres here. I mean, if you've played any amount of like games against other people, you know, in Pocket, you've seen this setup probably more than once. So they laid 2 heads, 2 fire energy on the Charmander before passing back to us. Yeah, I decided to establish the Rapidash here and not the Farfetch'd because I knew that I could just get the Farfetch'd or the Rapidash online and attacking the same turn that Farfetch'd could anyway. And Rapidash has more HP, so it's like, you know, why not? But, yeah, now that Rapidash is online, I'm going to start building up the Arcanine on the bench there. Like I said, it's a pretty standard aggro deck, and it's a pretty cheap one, too. Funnily enough, I didn't actually even pull any of my Arcanines from, like, the Wonder Picks off of Blaine's stuff. I actually just opened 3 of them while opening packs looking for... Well, it was when I was trying to pull Misties, and then before I got my second Misty, I pulled 2 Immersive Pikachu. I also pulled 3 Arcanine during that run, too, so maybe I just got unlucky with how long it took me to pull Misty, but I feel like I more likely got lucky with how many good cards I pulled, so anyway. Yeah, I'm going to start putting energy on that Growlithe, like I said. And Oh, I'm debating using the Sabrina here, but I decided to just Fire Main. Because, like, I can't one-shot, even if for some reason they put in the Charmander with 4 energy, it's not like I can one-shot it anyway, right? So. Alright, they got the 3rd energy on Moltres. They're also going to heal it up here. Yeah, looking to use that Arcanine here soon. But I think I'm probably just going to let this Rapidash go down as I build up this this Arcanine here. Yeah, I'm just going to Fire Main. I probably could have just put the Arcanine on the Growlithe this turn, but I don't think it really matters that much. Well, unless they have like a random... Oh, well, I guess they could always red card, you know? That's the thing you got to think about. Any deck could be on red card. And I do have 5 cards in hand. This is probably a spot where they would do it. So I think I should have played the Arcanine there. Arcanine? Arcanine? I feel like I heard both in the anime. I don't know. Okay, so the Moltres actually being at 40 here presents me with a pretty good opportunity to bring in the Farfetch'd. Now, you may be wondering, well, aren't you building up this Arcanine? Yes, but if I send it in and it gets KO'd, because that Charmeleon's primed to go into a Charizard. If it gets KO'd, then I'm just going to lose, right? Because they'll get 2 points because it's an EX. So what I can do is I can bring in the Farfetch'd, KO the Moltres anyway, and then now if they bring in Charizard... Like, I mean, yeah, Slash can one-shot the Farfetch'd, but Crimson Storm would one-shot the Arcanine. And then I'm actually set up in a pretty good spot here, because now even if Charizard does come down... Ooh, but they have the red card. I was going to say, I need Sabrina and Arcanine, so I do get punished by red card here. Well, almost punished. We do find the Arcanine still. But I definitely should have evolved that sooner. The more important thing I lost there was the Sabrina, honestly. Alright, so Slash one-shotting the Farfetch'd, and I literally just have to top deck a Sabrina here. If I do, I win. If I don't, I lose. It kind of comes down to that. And don't mind me, I'm just the luckiest player alive. Never punished by the opponent's very well-timed red card. we're just going to Sabrina in their Charmander, put the third energy on Growlithe, and then evolve. So, yeah, I did not play that as well as I could have. I mean, to be fair, like I said, I wouldn't be able to do anything about the Sabrina getting shuffled back, but of course, having the Arcanine not go back would make it more likely for me to have drawn one of the Sabrinas anyway. So, yeah, definitely could have played that a little better on my part. But we managed to luck out and never get punished. Very, very well played, Anima. Very well played. All right. Going into our next game, which is actually going to be a mirror match. Not super surprising. I think in a recent video I recorded, I saw another, set of games where we went up against Charizard and then Arcanine. Definitely would expect to see this deck around a lot. Again, with the Blaine event giving so many more copies than usual out. I'll open my water here for a second. Alright, so we're starting Farfetch'd Growlithe. They're going Ponyta Ponyta. I like our setup, honestly, a little bit better here. Because the Farfetch gets in for more damage more quickly, and we are on... Well, now that we both have Growlithe. I was going to say, we're on a faster track to Arcanine. I'm going to start off with our Pokeball here, hoping to find a Ponyta, which we do, thankfully, so we can get into this Rapidash next turn. Going to, of course, put the energy on the Farfetch and just Leak Slap. Okay, let's see what they've got here. Okay, so they're evolving into the Rapidash. That's pretty not good for me. The potion kind of doesn't matter here. I think they actually could have saved that. Because, like, Leak Slap, as it stands with the potion, Leak Slap hits him down to 40, and then I bring in... I guess they don't know I have Rapidash, to be fair, but you can pretty reasonably assume I'm going to get into it, I think. But yeah, so in this case, yeah, the potion doesn't do anything because I'm going to Leak Slap for 40 and then hit with Rapidash for 40. So they could have saved that. I think they should have, again. I do think that. Because even if I was going to hit with something on the next turn, it still wouldn't be until the next turn, right? They would get another turn in there. Which would be this turn, if that makes any sense. Alright, they have another... Okay, I guess... I don't know if they top decked that or not. Maybe they had both. If they had both, they probably should have just used both. But this one actually does matter. So the first potion by itself didn't matter, but 2 potions does give the Rapidash one more turn of life, which is not ideal for me. Alright, so they're going to get their first point. We're going to bring in our Rapidash. Yeah, it's the difference between a Rapidash taking 40 damage and not, which is pretty significant. So, going to Prof's research here. Finding Sabrina and the Arcanine. Good, 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 good. Going to play Ponyta. I do still have a Farfetch in my deck, so I don't think I'll commit the second Growlithe just yet. I went for the Fire Main here. Yeah, because Growlithe and Ponyta can both retreat for 1 energy anyway, so it's not like I could bring one in and get him in a situation where I could 2-shot it. When I could just do that against the Rapidash here. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting kind of a back and forth game so far. I mean, it's funny because Pokemon TCG... I think it actually reflects playing the game pretty well in that, I mean, planning turns ahead is important for every card game, but for this card game, it matters more, knowing how the next few turns, particularly with attacks and damage, are going to play out, right? And from my brief experience playing Pokemon, not VGC, I never played VGC format, because I would play, like, Smogon formats. Like Showdown back in the day. But, yeah, planning ahead and knowing what your opponent's going to do is very important. It felt like there were some people who, like, you would send out your starter and they could immediately tell, like, what the whole rest of your team was going to be. And not having that knowledge is pretty critical. Well, it's pretty detrimental, rather. Having that knowledge is critical. Another evolution for a Rapidash. It's 2 in a row where I am not able to take out the Ponyta in time. I also don't like that they're starting to put energy on the Growlithe. It doesn't necessarily guarantee they have Arcanine, but it could be coming up here. So, all right, here I'm going to finally load up on the Growlithe, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to evolve. And now that I have this... Well, I already had other X speed. Never mind. I was going to say now that I have this X speed, I can swap it in, but I could have done that anyway. So yeah, we'll swap in Arcanine. And Inferno Onrush, and that'll take out this Rapidash in one hit. Again, it does deal 20 damage to us, but I think that's fine. 20 damage recoil is totally fine to deal 120. 120 takes out a lot. Notably, it can one-shot a Pikachu EX. I don't think I've actually run into that matchup yet. I'm trying to think if I've played it on the other side, if I've played against Arcanine while playing on being Pikachu. I don't think I have either. Okay, so putting the third energy on the Growlithe. And then going for a Blaine. So it doesn't look like they actually have the... Oh, they're just going to attack, dealing 70. So... Pretty non-ideal to be at 60 HP, especially because my opponent already has taken a point. So if this Arcanine goes down, they're going to just win. So that being the case, and especially because this Rapidash only has 20 HP anyway, I think what I'm going to end up doing is getting this full HP Rapidash in my bench ready. I'll use the X speed here just to make the retreat cost a little less burdensome, right? Retreating for 1 is so much better than retreating for 2. Because it basically means by the next turn, you can just put the energy on and be good to attack again if you need to. But if you retreat for 2, then you need 2 turns of buildup, and that's a lot. Alright, so we take out their Rapidash. Now, I'm just really hoping their Arcanine doesn't come down. Because if it does, if they just play an Arcanine and they don't put anything on their bench, I kind of just lose. But thankfully, I mean, we have a Sabrina, so now we can pull out that Farfetch'd if need be. But I was surprised to see the Farfetch'd come in, which can only mean they still have not drawn their Arcanine EX, which is very unlucky for them. So if they had played it there with the Farfetch'd, they would take out the Rapidash, but then I could bring in my Arcanine, Sabrina in their Farfetch'd, and take it out and win. But if they were able to evolve and didn't play anything on the bench, they would take out my Rapidash. I could bring in my Arcanine, but theirs would be at 130. Mine would be at, well, 60. I'd hit them down to 10. Oh, but would it be a draw if they hit me and then hit themselves back? But then mine would be at 40. And then if they had a Farfetch'd, they could take it out and win. So I just wanted to figure out like the scenario in which... So there could have been many different ways this game played out. It could have ended in my win, loss, or draw. There even was a draw scenario there, so... But thankfully we live in the world where we won. So yay! Alright. Taking that dub with Arcanine in a very well-fought mirror match. That was a very well-played game. It was just unfortunate my opponent did not get to see the, card their deck is revolved around. Alright, we have one more game. This one going to be against Gyarados. A Gyarados setup. I'm actually probably about to play Gyarados myself, not going to lie. I don't know that it's a particularly great deck, but I do have 2 full art Gyarados. I actually pulled and then Wonder picked one each in the same day. Like, almost back-to-back. So I was like, hell yeah. It was pretty much back-to-back, as I opened the pack with it. Well, because I'd seen the Gyarados, the full art Gyarados and the Wonder Picks earlier, and I was like, I don't really want to spend a 3 going for that. And then I pulled one, and then I was like, okay, well, if I have one, I'll try for the other. And then I got the other, so I was like, hell yeah. So, let me know if you were interested in that. That could very easily be my next profile as Gyarados there. So, they're leading off with a Lapras. We started off with Farfetch'd Ponyta here, with a couple of Rapidash and a Pokeball in hand. I gotta say, I've seen... thankfully we got a Growlithe there. I don't know, actually, that wasn't that great of a draw, because we could probably just Pokeball for 1 anyway. I think Arcanine would have been a better draw. Or a trainer. Anyway, a different trainer. But, different trainer. We top deck Growlithe, not Pokeball. Anyway, as I've been trying to say here. I've been thoroughly unimpressed with Lapras. Anytime my opponent's been on Lapras, I don't feel threatened by it. Like, 100 HP on a basic is not bad, and its attack is also not bad. But its retreat cost, is it 3 or is it 2? It's kind of... I think it's only 2, actually. I thought it was 3. 2 is still kind of a lot, though. So it's like... You can kind of use Lapras to stall a setup in a water deck like my opponent's trying to do here, but... I don't know. I don't know if it has the bulk for a total stall. And the damage output is really, again... Like, the attack Hydro Pump wants you to commit a bunch of water to it. But the fact that most builds are trying to set up a stall, or stall for a setup, words, blah, makes you not want to commit a lot of water to it. Like, especially my opponent's deck, you want to be committing all of your waters to Gyarados here, right? Like, you don't want to be wasting turns putting it on Lapras. Yeah, I don't know. Lapras is not, like... It's one of those cards that, like, yeah, it's not bad, but I don't think it's that good either. Maybe if Water had some healing, I'd be more invested in it. They did have a double potion here. But my top deck Sabrina, actually, I think is a pretty good one here. Because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Sabrina and pull in the Gyarados, which only has 2 water energy. So it's going to be another turn before my opponent can attack with it. And I'm just going to start Leak Slapping it. So... I Leak Slap for 40. It's at 110. Next turn, they put an Energy on and pass. My next turn, I bring it down to 70. Then they can one-shot the Farfetch'd. And then they conceded here. Because, yeah, as I'm thinking about the math, I don't think that panned out. I think that would have ended in my loss, ultimately. But anyway. That'll end up doing it for this game. Thanks for watching. Or, yeah, this game and this video. Thanks for watching. This is XLex. I'm signing out. Hoping you have a fantastic day.